Hey man, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Put up some other videos before, and I think I'm gonna leave them up as I don't know, I guess a tracking of my progress kind of thing. But welcome to the new introduction video. Okay, so this is kind of weird, right? How do I say? Um, it's kind of a weird journey that I've been on, and uh, before I get too much further into it, I wanted to I wanted to get started on or restarted on tracking my progress and stuff like that, and trying to make a as much of a vlog as I possibly can, kind of thing, and to I don't know, to be able to go back and tell stories of like right now, my 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 current journey. It kind of started like almost 4 years ago when we decided we were going to move. And right now, at that time, I thought of myself as something of a minimalist. Maybe not a digital nomad minimalist, but I felt pretty minimal in my lifestyle. Like the stuff that was my stuff, right? Well, we moved, and uh, I found out how very, very wrong I was, and not very minimalist at all. And from that time, we moved, and we've moved around 3 or 4 times in the same town, but we finally settled here in our home, and getting all of our stuff unboxed and put up on the walls and put away and everything in its place, right? And for that 3 or 4 years that we kind of bounced around a little bit, there was a big chunk of time that I really, really uh, immersed myself up here. I mean, as you can tell, not everywhere, but up here at least, I've been really digging into the whole minimalism thing, and I dig it. I dig it a lot. It is something that really speaks to me, and gets down to something deep down in the core of the things I believe in, and that kind of thing. And in that exploration, it in a make a long story short, we can tell the long story later. Uh, I really got back into nature and stuff. I fancied myself as a bit of a prepper, a little bit of a survivalist kind of thing, right? I find them interesting. I find all of these things interesting and inspirational. I don't really call myself these things. I don't call myself a minimalist. I don't call myself a prepper or a survivalist or any of the other things that may carry a title with them. I just find them inspirational, and I use them to the best of my ability in my everyday life. Okay, um, so that minimalism led into a deeper immersion into nature, and seeing how nature lives, and getting into like primitive skills and earth-based living skills and stuff like that. It really dug down into the idea that I need no things. Okay? I don't need this phone. I don't need the miter saw. I don't need this chair. I don't need whatever this stuff is over here and this stuff over here. I don't need it. Okay? That makes life a little bit more interesting while in this position. Yes. Um, but you start getting into vocabulary. Need, I need air. I need water. I need food. I need shelter. I don't need, you know, 80-inch TVs. I don't need the next Xbox. They're cool. They're fun. I like playing video games and stuff like that on my phone, right? I, I that I get, but the word need, okay? So uh, we we dig into that a little bit deeper in uh, trying to find inspiration for people to help me find my way down this path, and eventually Buddhism comes up, and I start digging into Buddhism. Well, one of my major hurdles in this world of Buddhism was the idea of being a vegetarian, right? And not just vegetarian, vegan, plant based, right? There's a whole there's a whole career in trying to uh, explain to me, not me explaining to you, but explaining to me the difference between the three: vegan, vegetarian, plant based, especially vegan and plant based. Um, and once again, I am inspired and I practice these things in my life, but I don't really consider myself to be a vegan. I don't consider myself to be plant based. Maybe vegan being something to work towards, kind of like Buddhism. All right, being a Buddha is the goal. Everything else is the path and the practice towards. Right. I'm not a Buddha, but Buddha being the goal to work towards. I'm not a vegan, but a vegan being the goal to work towards. Okay, and I think that's that's something that's really held me back in my content creation, because I've I've always had it in my head that I need to be vegan in order to make vegan content. I need to be a survivalist to make survivalist content, but I'm not any of those things. I'm at the beginning stages of a lot of these things that I'm inspired by, and I want to share with other people that are kind of in the same boat as me, that they they are inspired by, they want to know more about, and they want to see somebody trip and stumble and fall and scrape their knees and bump their head and make all of these mistakes, and that's me, and I want to help those other people. So, uh, being vegan kind of even opened up even more of this idea of being minimalist. All right, and uh, it all of a sudden opened up this idea in my head. All right, a goal to work towards, like being Buddha. All right, being able to either grow or forage 100% of my calories. Okay, there's other people that have done it. Okay, yes. Uh, Fancy videos, very well edited, and that year's worth of doing it kind of condensed down to a 5-10 minute video. Right? I want to know what he was eating. I want to know how it was grown. Did he do his own garden? Did he go from one friend's garden to another, kind of thing? I don't know. But also to be able to do it for myself, to maybe find a friend on the other side of town who's got a garden, or maybe I can grow a garden at their house, just something little, grow a little something, and then maybe even add that into my nomadic hunter gatherer type of mindset, minus the hunting part, of course. Um, but even then, it's kind of one of those things where I'm not going to call myself a vegan, because ultimately, if it comes down to it, and the world falls apart, kind of thing, I'm gonna eat, right? We all have to eat in order to live, and right now it's definitely one of those things where I don't have to kill an animal in order to live. So going with that, right? um, but that all of these things combined really brings me to a place where I don't really need a whole lot of stuff. All right, so I want to dig into these ideas and I want to explore them and I want to open up all the little boxes and pull all the other little tinier boxes out and open them up and really really dig into the meat of all this stuff and see what all that means, at least to me, and then share that with you, and you can form your own opinion. Okay, I'm not trying to convert people to veganism, but maybe I am. I'm not trying to convince people to be Buddhist, but maybe I am. It's to me, these all seem like logical steps. So, you want to come along with me? Awesome. Go down here where people point. Should be some links to go to and go to my social media and stuff like that. Hit the subscribe button, like, follow, subscribe, share with a friend, interact with me. Let me know what you think about the show. Say hi, whatever, and hang out and let's have some conversation because it's that conversation, okay, where we grow. Not don't come to my social media. Don't go down in the comments and pick a fight. Okay, fighting is just it's useless. Okay, if I'm wrong about something, okay, that's fine. I'm fully willing to accept that I'm wrong about something. It happens a lot more often than I'm willing to admit. All right, but that's growth. Making mistakes, failing. That's learning. Okay, and ultimately, I feel like that's what we're here to do, is to learn. So if I've said something wrong, okay, let's have a conversation about it, but let's not be a jerk about it, okay? Please? Pretty please? Alright. Like, follow, subscribe, share with a friend, interact with me, say hi, let me know what you think about the show, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.